Roddy Graham here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. Get the microphone. Dear, oh dear. I remembered. Right, I am here with the latest updates from We Share Abundance. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We've been around for about 4 years, putting in solid foundations, and we're now expanding our economy to improve the liquidity and value of our currency, and that will benefit all our citizens. And anybody can be a citizen as long as you're of legal age. It doesn't matter where you're from, don't matter what gender you are, how old you are, how wealthy you are or not, or whatever. We don't see any of those differences. We're non-separatists. We don't pigeonhole people because they're tall or short or fat or thin or black or white or anything else. So we just see everybody as a human being and part of one big family, all linked together. All human beings are unique, and so have something unique to offer our community, and therefore of equal value to every other member of our community. Let me just move that round a little bit. Okay. Lost track now. Yeah, we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And I'll be heading over there in a moment because that's where we get most of the comments, and we can put names to the people that are commenting from Facebook. We should be streaming live, as I said, on YouTube as well, and Twitch, and we get comments from them in the app. And we have Lewis in from Lisbon in Portugal saying hi to everybody, and he's in YouTube. But I see we have some people on Facebook, and that's all we see, Facebook users. So I'm going to head over there. Right now. And when I get to Facebook, I'll be looking for We Share Abundance Publicly group. And for the 26th of February. So far, so good. Click, and we should get the comments up, and we have them. We've got Verna in from South Africa, and we've got Peter in from Portugal. And Peter says it's Monday. Yes, it is. And tomorrow it'll be Tuesday. Okay, it is almost the end of February, and I'll be bringing you up to date with where we are with the two major developments we have going on, which are the 777 plan and the ShareHope plan, which are going to make all our members comfortable financially. Okay, right. We will be getting started right now with a short prayer, and that prayer is there to help us find true happiness in life. It's something that you can't buy. I keep knocking this microphone. I don't know why. I don't normally. Okay. It is something that you can only acquire through loving service to others. And I'm talking about that deep-seated happiness that never, ever leaves you. Not the short-term stuff that you get because you bought the new car you've always wanted or things like that, but that deep-seated happiness that's always with you. Those short-term things, you know, they're a lot of fun. Not saying that you don't want those as well, but if that's all you have, you're always searching for something else. You don't know what it is that's missing, you know. You've got all the houses you want and the cars, and you know, I've known people that have had like 20 motorbikes. Why? I've forgotten her name now. She was the president's wife in the Philippines. Can't think of her name just offhand. But I think she had like 10,000 pairs of shoes or something like that. You've only got one pair of feet, haven't you? Why? Because you're searching for something and you don't know what it is. And it's that happiness that comes from within, and you get that through loving service to others. So that's what our prayer is about. It's about helping you find that. Then we'll have a little affirmation, which helps us with that non-separatist ideology we have, where we just see everybody as a human being, equal in all respects to every other human being. We've got Andrew in from New Zealand as well. Good morning. And Amila Marcos, Peter's telling me, was the president's wife, or I think it was president. I think they have a president, don't they? Anyway, that's who it was that had all the shoes. Right. We got Bozina in from Edinburgh in Scotland as well. Just checking. No, that's it. Okay, so let's get started now with that little short prayer, the little affirmation, and then I'll get right into where we are. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you, and we ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love each member finds the joy of service, and through service attracts true happiness and everything they want and need into their life. Amen. Okay, and our little affirmation. We are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind and soul of thy world. Great. And we've got Deborah in from Southern Alabama, USA. Did I mention Bozina from Scotland, Edinburgh? I don't know whether I did or not, but I have now anyway. Right. I've spent time with both developers today, and we are really, really, really close with both plans. In fact, we're so close that I have paid for the development of the ShareHope plan, but I have offered an additional fee to help us get it integrated with our database. Now, while I was talking to Roa, he said he's found something that he thinks will be useful, and he wants to discuss that with me, but he knows I was going live. So he said, we'll do it tomorrow because it's getting late for him there anyway. Over in Pakistan, it's midnight-ish. Okay, so we will be getting that loaded onto our server in the next day or two. We'll then be integrating the databases, getting everything working. We'll probably do a little bit of testing on the live server before we release it to you with the development, with the address and how to do everything. You know, we'll need to do some videos, and also there's quite a lot of work for me to do, because although there are templates in there for the plan, they need quite a little bit of adjustment doing on them. So while they're working on getting the databases together, I'll be working on the public pages. One of the things we've been working on today is the way that you will be able to check your commissions, because I expect some of you, the ones that are wise, will refer a lot of people, because you will get a 50% matching bonus on those people in the matrix. And as they get through that matrix and start earning money, you know, every time they earn $1, you earn 50 cents. They earn $10, you earn $5. They earn $100, you earn $50. They earn $1,000, you earn $500, and within 12 months, everybody should be making over $100,000 a year from the ShareHope plan. It's not a massive amount, really. You know, we're only looking at $8,500 a month, but it's a lot more than most of you are probably used to earning. Some of you might well be earning that and more, but most of our members to be earning what amounts to $2,000 a week will be life-changing income. And that'll only be the start. It will be more than that. What I want to stress is that you need to prepare yourself mentally for that sort of income. You need to be thinking about how you're going to use it to help other people, because if you turn into a Scrooge, you know, grabbing all your money and I'll spend it on this and that, and it's not going to benefit you in the way that I would like it to benefit you. I want you to be totally happy. There's a story about, I can't remember who it was now. It was a novelist in some presentation, and he'd made, I don't know, a couple of $1 million or something like that. And the guy up on the stage that was praising him was a guy that was making a lot more than that, and he just kept making more and more and more money. And I can't remember who the people were now, but the guy sat next to the novelist in the audience said, you've done very well, but he's done a lot better than you. And he said, no. He said, I've got something that he'll never have. The guy next to him said, what? He said, enough. And that's so true. You know, if you've got enough, then you're happy, you're content. But there are so many people that enough doesn't come into it. You know, they always want more because they've not found that path to happiness, and they don't know what else to do other than just strive for more and more and more income, more wealth. What they're going to do with it, they don't know. They don't even know why they're doing it. They just have to do it because they've never got enough. So decide what is enough for you, and then how you're going to use everything else. Because you will, not immediately, it's going to take a while, so you've got time to plan, but you will be making an awful lot of money from the ShareHope plan and from the 777 plan. 777 plan, we are just finalizing a couple of things there, and Deviani said she should have them done tomorrow, I think. Should complete this tomorrow and hand over to you for further testing. Okay, so I'll need to do just a little bit of testing, but I think it'll be pretty solid now, because these are the things that I found when I was doing my testing. One of them was the release of your income, because, for example, in the 777 plan, you might have, let's suppose you've got, to make it easy, $4,000 in income, but you've not referred anybody. Through the free entries, which count as your referrals, but you've not actually gone out and personally referred anybody, through the free entries, you've got two places in that those important positions, 1, 2, 3, and 4. In fact, your positions will be in 2 and 3. So you need 1 and 4. So you'll only be able to withdraw half of that $4,000, $2,000. And as soon as you introduce your first person, you'll go into your position 1. It'll give you an extra pay line, as well as the 100% commission for the phases that he joins. But you will release another 25%. That's another $1,000 of your earnings you will release. But it wasn't working like that. It wasn't releasing it straight away. In fact, it was just keeping those commissions locked, and then anything that you earned from that point onwards was getting released. So we had to make sure that was changed, and that's one of the things that we've been doing. The calculations were correct, but the release of the commissions weren't. Also, the Power of One bonus we have had to do a bit of work on, because that wasn't doing exactly what I'd planned for it. And those are the 2 main things. And then I'll be going through and checking that tomorrow. And all being well, that 777 plan will then be ready to load as well. We want to get that up and loaded, and then Devyani can get on with Rohit into getting the 2 databases together. Okay, and then that ShareHope plan will also be live. Okay, there are 1 or 2 little issues which I'm not quite sure at this point how we're going to solve, how we're going to do it, and that is when somebody joins from being introduced to the ShareHope plan, which will be on a can't think of the word. A domain, a subdomain. That's the one. Subdomain. How we integrate that so that they join the main database, because the main database will be the Powerline, and similarly, if they join We Share Abundance, perhaps through the 777 plan, how that will get back to the ShareHope plan on that subdomain. So there are 1 or 2 little things that we need to work out once we get it on that server. But I don't think there should be any major issues that should stop us getting it ready within a few days. The 777 plan, when it's up there, the issue with that will be then transferring the information from that pre-launch page into the live page, if you like, or whatever we want to call it, so that everybody then is operating and getting their commission. I had a couple of questions about the bonuses, how will they be paid? They'll be done manually. There aren't, I don't think, too many people, and we'll probably do them. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure how many people we've got in that pre-launch. I know there's about 50 or so in the admin downline, but I don't know how many there are in total. So it might be a bit too many to do manually. Devyani might have to write a little script to do things. But the allocation of the wish tokens, I'm not sure how we're going to do that. I think that will probably be manually, so it might take a little bit of time to get those allocated. Okay, but you will get everything that has been promised. Let me see what else we've got. We've got a couple of people in here. We've got Amiki. Good evening from Nigeria. Please, I really need help from someone here on how I can start withdrawing from my account here. It is, if you're talking about from your ShareHope wallet, it is connected to the ShareHope plan. You have to qualify through that plan for withdrawals. You go to, well, in fact, there is a PDF that I sent out yesterday, which will explain it for you. And then if you're English, if you struggle with English, you can get that PDF translated in Google Translator to your native language. That is the best thing. Go through that PDF. Okay. We got Richard saying, does achieving those figures, 100,000 a year with ShareHope, depend on continually getting new members into the system? Yeah, growth for both of the plans is essential. Ideally, if everybody does just a little bit, if everybody goes out and refers 2 or 3 people, everybody will be wealthy. But unfortunately, a lot of people will sit back and do nothing. They'll want to be passive. So the more people that are active refer, the more they will make, and more quickly, and it will benefit the whole community. But growth in the 777 plan will occur through the free entries that we hand out, even if people are passive. In the ShareHope plan, people will want to refer 3 people because it'll release their income. Now the referral income for which is $5 for everybody. If you're in the plan, you get $5 for everybody you've referred. That isn't subject to any hold. So you go out and refer 3 people, you're making $15 every 28 days. It's costing you 10, you're $5 in profit, plus whatever comes in from the matrix. But if you've referred 3 people, you are going to be 100% eligible to withdraw. So most people are going to want to refer 3 people. And if everybody refers just 3 people, some people will do it within 3 minutes. Some people will do it within 3 years, maybe. I don't know. But if everybody refers 3 people, it makes everything work very well. There is no reason, other than people not wanting to refer 3 people, why everybody couldn't get 3 people in 1 week. We will be helping with banners and email swipes and splash pages and various bits and pieces. And as long as people use them, they will get 3 people. In fact, everybody knows 3 people that they could bring in. Even if it's just at that $5 level in the 777 plan and $10 a month, $2.50 a week, in the ShareHope plan. Everybody knows 3 people that would be happy to join those programs, especially once we start paying the commissions. And the important thing that we'll need from our member base are testimonials. Once we can get some testimonials on the site, and we should be able to do that right away from the launch, because people will be getting paid and you'll be able to say, this plan's amazing. It only launched whenever it did, and already I'm in profit and this sort of thing. I'm not exactly sure of the legalities nowadays of what we can and can't say, but we would have to try and limit saying exactly how much you've earned, but and also adding a disclaimer to all the testimonials. But Once we get those testimonials and people can see it's there and the money's being drawn and you've spent it, or at least you've got it in your bank account or whatever, then that will encourage the people that are sitting on the fence. I mean, there's a lot of skepticism out there, and there's bound to be, and it's justified. And it's not just about We Share Abundance, it's about the whole internet marketing industry, and particularly make money from home plans. You know as well as I do that the amount of Ponzi's and rug pulls and things has just exploded in the last year or two, and so many people have been burnt that they are a little bit wary. So the more we get the testimonials in, the more it will help people to feel a bit more secure. Okay. I don't know whether that's answered your question or not, Richard. But yeah, I mean, we need growth. If there's no growth, then everything just dies. But it doesn't have to be constant growth from any one person. A lot of people will want to keep referring. They enjoy referring people, and it's not hard, you know. Once you start getting into the habit of just posting things on Facebook or on what's the TikTok or Instagram or whatever, you know, or doing an email blast or getting onto some traffic exchanges. I mean, there are loads and loads and loads of people that are looking to make money. And the power of our compensation plans is unheard of. They are so powerful that once people start getting involved and start understanding it, it will spread quickly. It will grow quickly. But we've got to sustain it. We've got to sustain it. We've got to make sure it just keeps growing. One of the things is the mall. I've been looking at that as well. And I think initially, just to get it going, we'll be putting in digital products, because how to pay the compensation to people with such a variety of shipping fees is something that I'm still scratching my head over at the moment. But of course, with digital products, it's just a straight download. And so we will be putting up a number of digital products to get things moving on the mall. And then we'll hopefully find a way of adding in some other types of products, you know, tangible things. But we have to work out how we can sort this shipping out. It wouldn't be so bad if we could group things into, you know, I mean, this one is in group one, which is shipping of this much to that much, or but it's not. I mean, they're so varied, and some of the shipping costs are much more than the value of the product. So, you know, you might be paying $1 for the product and $9 for shipping, and the product selling at $10. Well, obviously we can't give 10% and 10% and 10%, 30% on that, you know, $3, because it's coming out of the shipping costs, and we can't take out of the shipping costs, you know. So it's a bit of a complicated situation. We will find a solution, and it'll be easier once we start programming our own mall, because we'll be able to build in special conditions and show the shipping totally separately. But at the moment, it's something I've not found a solution for at the moment, but we do need to get it up and running, and the easiest way is to do it with some digital products. So we'll be putting some digital products up there. We do have one that we've had sitting there for probably a couple of years now. I had it built, and we will be able to put that up. That is our own product. And then we'll look for additional things that we can put in on top of that. There's also things that I've got, they're a little bit out of date, but I mean, really, really good training. You know, the Black Belt marketing is amazing. It originally sold probably, 5 or 10 years ago for $497. But a lot of what's in there is outdated, but there's a lot of stuff in there that isn't, and it's really good the way that it is presented, and that you follow through on the tasks. And I have the resale rights for that. I don't think anybody sells it nowadays, but it is, like I say, it is a valuable product still, not at $500, but I think it's well worth like $47 maybe, even with some of the stuff being a little bit out of date. There's an awful lot in there that is really, really powerful. So there are lots of things like that as well, but we'll get it all worked out. We will be getting those plans up and running. They're both on the verge. They're just not sure how many days it's going to take to push them over the verge. I think probably the 777 plan will be live before the ShareHope plan, but I don't think there'll be a massive amount of time in between the two. Okay, let's have a look in the app and see if we've got any more people in on YouTube. Lewis, as usual, was in pretty early. We've got Don in from Canada, Vancouver Island. And that's it, and there's no questions in there. I do have the numbers. I'll give you those, and we'll see if any more questions or anything comes in, or you need clarification on anything. But what have we got? In the last 24 hours, a net increase of 17 in our registered members to 41,920. An increase of 19 in our active members to 3,729. No change in the number of members in Multiply WeSub, but 2 members that have not bought advertising previously bought advertising in the last 24 hours. It is good advertising. It does get good results. And the bonus pool went up by enough cents to get us into the next dollar, up to $10,356 in that bonus pool. And let's have a look. That's the same question. Let me get back into Facebook and have a look. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 100,000 a year is very, very, very achievable. In fact, I've understated it because the 777 plan will produce more than that in a year for almost everyone, provided we can keep filling the coffers with people. In other words, if people get a free entry, they've got to put somebody into that free entry. So you get allocated a free entry. It doesn't work until you've put a name in there, till we've got a person in there. Now, ideally, people getting the free entries will put in their loved ones because they want them to make some money as well. But if they don't, we'll just put somebody in out of our registered members. And at the moment, we've got, whatever I said, 40,000 or something. 41,920 registered members. And that goes up and down a little bit, but generally it's going up slowly. But it needs to go up faster, because although we've got that bank, if you like, of people that we can put into those free places, if people don't start filling those free spots with their own people, it can get quite quickly used up. So we need to be putting people in there, putting them into the Powerline, putting them into that bank, because as we get through and people are just being put in, then we need to have that pool of people to fill those places. We do need people in those places. Okay, we've got Kingsley in from Manchester. They don't have to pay anything, of course. They can just be registered and stay active by logging in once every couple of months. And eventually, it will get to the stage where they have a good chance of being given a free position, and even if they do nothing, making a significant income. But once again, these people, even if they do nothing and they're making a significant income, if they make 100,000 a year and they've done nothing, they won't be able to withdraw the bulk of that money. So they're going to want to introduce a few people to just make sure that they can get the rest of their money out. So there you go. It should motivate everybody to bring in 2 or 3 people. And if everybody brings in 2 or 3 people, we won't have any difficulty. The average is around about 2.7, 2.8 people per member that people introduce in an opportunity for around $100 a month. Now, our opportunities are much less than that. You don't have to put in that sort of money. But that 2.7, 2.8 average would be enough to make our plans work really, really well. I think we should be able to do better than that, because that 2.7, 2.8 average is people that grab the bull by the horns and they go out and introduce hundreds and sometimes thousands of people themselves, while a lot of others do nothing. And that's how the average is worked out. But if we can get those people that bring in loads of people and have everybody introducing 2 or 3 people, it'll make us grow faster than anything that has ever been seen before. Okay. Right, no more questions there. I think we're done. Let me get back to the app. No more questions in there. So that's it. I'll be here same time, same place tomorrow, 7 p.m. London time, YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group. We share abundance publicly. And I'll let you know how well we've got on with those other things. I will be having that discussion tomorrow morning with Rohit. He's found something that he thinks will be useful for us. So we always listen to things that can be useful for us. Okay, we'll see where we are, what we've got. As I say, the main thing on the ShareHope now is how we reflect your income so that you'll be able to check it, and what you might not be bothered once you've worked out that it does work and everything goes through okay, because once you've realize the power of introducing people, and you've got 20 or 30 people to sort of check those every week, because you'll get paid every week in the ShareHope program, to check those people every week. It'll be a pain for you, okay, even though it's like counting your money, but it will be there. The facility will be there for you to do that, and that's what we're trying to make as simple and complete as possible for you right now. Okay, that's me done for the day. I'll be here, as I said, tomorrow. Until then, get out there, get those people in. We need to get those people into the database to fill those free entry spots. Get them into the Powerline, get them in to the 777 plan. Go out there, do your bit. You will be amazed how much just 1 or 2 extra people that you put in, even if it's 1 a week or 1 a month, how much that will affect your income. It will absolutely blow it up. Okay, God bless you all. Get out there, go the extra mile, share some love and abundance, and I'll see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator, always wear a smile. See you later, alligator, go the extra mile. See you later, alligator, yeah, in a wild crocodile.